Good morning, everybody. It's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead, and we're getting a lot of glare off my glasses. I do better doing early morning videos, but I was getting a lot of chores done. So what I want to do this morning, I'm super excited about, is making RuthAnn Zimmerman's homemade style eggnog. I'm super excited. So, as most of you know, if you're return viewers, I buy my raw milk over in Oak Run from a wonderful couple that have been homesteaders since the 70s, I think. Anywho, I only buy a half a gallon at a time, and this recipe calls for 4 cups. Yes, I could have divided it, but I'm so stingy with that milk. So what I have done is I have bought Costco's organic milk. It's not raw milk, but it's organic. That's okay. And then I also bought their heavy whipping cream to make up for the cream that you're not really getting in this milk here. So I'm going to do her recipe a little bit different. So the recipe calls for 4 eggs, washed clean farm eggs. This is for the raw recipe. FDA does not recommend raw eggs. You know that whole story. I'm not scared. These are from my chickens. So I washed them really good and rinsed them, float tested them. So I've got 4 eggs here. I use raw cane sugar. It says 1/4 to 1/2 cup of raw sugar. I'm going to post this link in my description. So please go there and try this out. I get my organic maple syrup from Costco. She says 1/4 to 1/2 cup of that. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, either fresh or bottled. I only have bottled right here. And once I get done with this, I'm going to start getting mine from Azure Standard. And then 1/4 teaspoon of salt, Redmond's real salt. Then I've got my milk, my heavy whipping cream. You could use half and half. I don't know. She just says 4 cups of whole milk or 3 cups of skim milk plus 1 cup of cream. So, and I like my eggnog super thick, so I'm going to switch it up a little. And then nutmeg. So the utensils that you're going to need, this is what I'm going to use. Let me get this out of the way here. Let me show you. I have my Ninja blender because she says to blend. You can use a stick blender too if you want. You blend up all the ingredients up to the milk. I also have a half-gallon mason jar I'm going to use. I have measuring cups, measuring spoons, and I also want to get, because I use whole nutmegs, I want to get my little grater. So here we go. Let me pull you a little closer. Hopefully you can see what's going on. Okay, so now I'm going to crack my 4 eggs. Usually I crack them in a bowl first, but I'm being frugal with my dishes because I have to make a lot of stuff today. 2, 3, and remember, you could always half this. Hubby is not that big of I mean, he likes eggnog, but he's not as big of a fan of it as I am. So you could always, if it's just you that likes it, you could always half it or whatever works for you. Okay, next we're going to put in 1/4 to 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm going to go for the 1/2 cup just because. There's that. Same measurement with your maple syrup. I'm going kind of slow this morning, sorry. I'm amply caffeinated, but oh, my elbow's right in your way. I'm so sorry. All right, there's your 1/2 cup. I'm going to get a spatula. You want to get all that yummy goodness that you can possibly get. All right, there's that. Next, tablespoon of lemon juice. And remember, you can use fresh lemon juice or bottled. I only have bottled. I have some lemons in the freezer. Had I have thought of it ahead of time, I would have took one out. Okay. And a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, which isn't a whole lot. And remember, RuthAnn's rule is when you're making something sweet, you always have to add a little salt. Brings out the sweetness. And I have a lot of recipes I've used for years that never called their sweet things, that calls for all kinds of stuff, but no salt. I always add at least a healthy pinch of salt in there. All right, so I'm going to blend this up real quick. See, I've already made a mess down the side of my blender. Only I could do that. I'm going to just pull. Oh, first of all, I'm going to plug it in. Oh my goodness. Sometimes. All right, let's plug this dude in. It doesn't. The only thing I don't like about this Ninja is the cord is not very long. All right, so let's plug this dude in. There we go. Move this over a little bit so you can see it. Oh, power. Let's see. All right, I think that's probably good enough. Didn't take too long. Yep, everything is all done. So I've got my half-gallon mason jar, and the nice thing about this is one side is cup measurements, the other side is ounces. So I'm going to fill up to the 1 cup line right here. 1 cup line is right here with heavy whipping cream. I imagine you could probably do half and half. Do I want to do that? No. I'm going to try it this way first. 1 cup of that. And I wonder, Costco, you have to get 2 gallons of milk at one time. And I've heard of people freezing whole gallons of milk. If you guys have ever done that, please put that in the comments and tell me how you like it. All right, so I'm only going to add 3 cups of milk because I added 1 cup of cream. So that'll take us up to the 4. There we go. So this should make quite a bit. All right, now she says add 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. And you know, I'm going to put this, what's she say to do? Let's follow that. Put your milk, blah, blah, blah. Oh, those are for, to heat this up, you can heat this up if you don't have farm fresh eggs. And you do it over a heavy saucepan. I'm just going to grate my nutmeg right into my blender here. And I think it's just a teaspoon, oh, a tablespoon. So that's quite a bit. Okay, so I'm kind of guessing on that one. That looks about right. All right, so I'm going to blend this together. Just because I added that. Come on. All right. Here we go. I'm going to take this lovely little blade. Turn the power off. All right, now I'm pouring my egg mixture into my milk mixture. I want to get all that yumminess out of there. Where's my little spatula? There we go. And I'm just going to whip this dude around. Oh, it looks like eggnog. Smells like eggnog. Oh, that's looking fabulous. These guys back in my cupboard. Okay, and she just says blend well, stir vigorously with a whisk, and serve. Keeps in the refrigerator for up to a week or more, which I'm an eggnog freak, so that's not going to last that long. Oh, I left my little guy out. If you've never seen whole nutmeg, they're just literally like a little nut. And then when you go to grate them, this is what they look like on the inside. They're solid. And if you've ever used nutmeg, a little bit of that goes a long ways. But I've been buying this for years. Now I gotta wash my lid. From Moore's Flour Mill. They used to come in a nice little glass jar, but now they're plastic, which kind of sucks. But these will last you for years. All right, guys. Truth or dare? Put all this stuff in here because I'm a mess. So I got a clear glass so I can show it to you up close. This is what it looks like. Now I'm going to taste it. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to make this. I tried making Napoleon Bonaparte's original recipe. One of my history teachers in high school gave it to me, and I was super young. Tried to make it, big flop. I wasted all kinds of milk and eggs and blah, blah, blah. So I never tried it again. So, bon appetit. Cheers. Slancha. Oh my. Tastes nothing like the store-bought. It's so much better. It's so good. You guys need to go make some of this for you guys. I think your kids will like it. I think you'll like it. All right, folks. Well, I hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope you're happy, healthy, safe as always. God bless each and every one of you. And thank you so much for watching, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on my channel. Happy eggnog making. Bye-bye.